William Allen served as a sergeant in the U.S. Army in the Philippines during World War II. He was an expert rifleman and worked with the Army engineers.
I'm going to ask you some questions
Yeah.
about your service in World War II. And if you would like to add any other information that I don't ask, please feel free to do that. During World War II, what branch of service did you serve in?
The Army Engineers.
What was your rank?
T4.
What is a T4?
T3.
T3? Okay.
Yeah, I was a sergeant in the. Where did you serve? In the Philippines. I was over there, yeah. Well, I served my rank here, but also in the Philippines.
Why did you pick the branch of service you joined?
Why did I pick it? I didn't have a choice. They looked at what I was good at, and they chose that, engineering.
Where did you go for your basic training?
Camp Wheeler, Georgia.
What do you remember most about it?
Oh, about the most here was our 17-mile or long mile full pack. We had a pack on our back and all that stuff.
What was your main job or assignment during the war?
Well, I was in the Philippines. We were drawing maps. I was in a map making outfit. We were drawing maps for the invasion of Japan. And of course, you know what happened to the atom bomb.
What battles were you involved in?
I wasn't ever in a battle. I was in an office.
Tell me about a couple of your most memorable experiences.
What?
Tell me about a couple of your most memorable experiences.
Experience where over in the Philippines or
Yes,
something
sir.
Well, we had a lot of every once in a while we go to service, and it was in the Philippines. I was in Luzon. Okay.
Were you awarded any medals or citations?
Oh, expert rifleman, and that's it. That's, yeah. Oh, I took training for my job in Portland, Oregon, and we left from Portland to go overseas.
What were the main things you did as an engineer while you served? What kinds of things did the engineers do?
Drawing. I mean, understanding drawing and why they were necessary. That's all.
Did you sustain any serious injuries?
No.
How often were you able to communicate with your family?
Oh. Until I went overseas, I had a telephone. But going overseas, I had what was it? I was trying to think of what the name of the. They would censor our mail over there to see that we did the right thing, and it was the time when they took pictures of my mail, and I sent it to my mother and dad here. It wasn't email, they didn't have it then, but what were those small cards?
Postcards?
No. I don't remember. But they had a special mail for us, and of course mailing was free, always.
How did you feel when you got letters from home?
How did I feel, huh?
When you got letters from home, how did you feel?
Oh, I just knew I was going to go back there, since I didn't get the ship I was on didn't get torpedoed by the Japanese or anything, and I didn't go back till after the war on a ship.
What was the food like?
We had good food, excellent food. Steaks and all that kind of, and there was one fellow who was a member of our branch, took care of our food, and they bought from the freezer. We established over in Manila a bunch of freezers, and we used freezer food.
Would you tell me about any particularly humorous events that happened to you or someone you know?
No, I don't believe so. I had trouble.
What did you think of your fellow officers and soldiers?
What was what?
What did you think about your fellow officers and soldiers?
Oh, I knew I was in the Army, and I knew if I didn't, if I complained about the food, they'd put me on KP, which was kitchen police. Peeling potatoes and peeling potatoes. Okay.
Did you keep a personal journal or diary?
No.
What do you recall about the day the war ended?
What would I do? What?
What do you recall about the day the war ended?
Oh, the Award Eagle. Well, I was the only person in my hometown to ever get an Eagle badge. That was in 1928 or something like that. And one other, I was the first cesarean baby in North Carolina. In Stanley County.
On the day the war ended, where were you?
Well,
When the war ended, when they
where was I? I was in Manila, Philippine Islands.
what do you remember about that day?
Oh, probably routine. We didn't have any celebration or anything.
What do you remember most about the day you went home?
What?
What do you remember most about the day you went home?
Well, nothing special. My father was an engineer, and so he no, there was nothing. There was not a party or anything like that. If that what you mean, yeah.
Tell me about your close friendships while you were in the service.
Well, about my friendships. There's a little Jewish boy that I was good friends with, and during service. I've forgotten all about if there was any special feeling.
What did you go on to do as a career after the war?
I went as a mechanical engineer to Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and stayed there 4 or 5 years, and then applied for use to the Aluminum Company of America. My father was a mechanical engineer for Aluminum Company, so I applied for work in Maryville or Alcoa.
Did your military experience influence your thinking about...
What?
Did your military experience influence your thinking about war or the military in general?
Did I learn anything about war? Oh, they had all kinds of movies and slides to tell us about what was happening.
How do you feel about war today?
Well, as we all know, it's not necessary, but I haven't been in the Army or Navy recently.
How did your service and experiences affect your life?
Well, my experience, not the Army experiences or anything to do with that. This is personal experience. I met my wife while I was working in Winston-Salem, and we got married.
Is there anything you would like to add that we haven't talked about in this interview?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Well,
Let's see, in the Army. No.
okay. Thank you for sharing your story, and thank you for your service to our country.
All right.
We appreciate your being here today.
Yeah, if you walk over there and just let me take a little still picture. If you don't mind, I'm gonna take a little picture for Ian's scrapbook. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Right.